All right, hey Chipola Nation, we're here with Coach Greg Franklin of the Lady Indians. Coach, how you doing, man?
Good, brother. You doing all right?
Fantastic, fantastic.
Good.
So here we are. We're a week after Thanksgiving, and we're a week away from starting the Christmas break. So how are the Lady Indians doing?
They're doing really well. I mean, we had our last practice yesterday for the first semester, and I thought everything's gone really well. I mean, probably first middle of November, you had a lot of kids that had a little glazy look in their eyes, a little complacent because you're used to playing games at that time.
Right.
So, you had to be creative, trying to mix it up a little bit. Talking to some of my colleagues out in the country, in the nation, they were having the same problem. I mean, kids, I think your body knows when it's time to perform.
Right.
Kids were missing that badly, but thankfully we get to do that this next semester coming up.
And it's difficult to simulate a game in practice.
Yes.
Because those are your teammates, those are your friends, and you're never going to be quite as jacked up as you are in a real game.
You can manipulate a situation a little bit to try to make them a little bit more competitive.
Right.
And get them a lot of competitive stuff. Throughout the practice, something we went to a white and black team, and we're going to have 9, so we had coaches had to step in, other people had to step in, so it got pretty competitive. I thought that once we made a change there and said, okay, let's kind of go whole part.
Right.
Let's do the whole thing. Let's play a game and let's expose all these weaknesses instead of trying to build and then let's look at the whole and not be so devastated.
Right.
So I decided, well, let's just get devastated right off the bat.
Yeah.
Watch some film and say,
Right.
this is not what we're very good
Cool.
at.
So, Coach, this is obviously the weirdest year you've ever been involved in. Your kids are leaving after finals around the 13th or 14th of December. They're going to be gone for a couple of weeks, not coming back till January 2nd. What are the concerns that a coach has when your players leave the cocoon here for that long?
I believe the biggest thing is coming back out of shape,
Uh-huh.
which leads to injuries.
Okay.
Not just aches and owies, but injuries.
Okay.
And I worry over that because a lot of kids are going home to places that they can't get out.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I have a kid from California. She's going to go home. She'll have a curfew at 5, and everything's shut down right now.
Oh, my goodness.
And you got a kid from New York going home right now. Everything's shut down too.
Yeah.
Then I had one of my kids from North Carolina come to me. She said, "Coach, we got a curfew now when I go home." And a lot of them are looking at me like, I really don't want to deal with this, but they want to go home, see their family,
Right.
which is understandable. So, kind of a catch there a little bit,
Right.
But we'll give them workouts to do, resistance, strength, and conditioning when they can't get out, jogging and things like that. All of them, I'm sure, have a basketball to be able to dribble.
Right.
Just keep the feel of the ball in their hands. So,
Yeah.
when they come back, it'll be hit the ground running.
Right. So they come back January 2nd. Classes start around January 7th, I think. And when does basketball kick off?
Basketball will start on the 4th, start practice, and then we'll be tipping it off that first weekend of the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
So 4 days in a row in the middle.
We're trying to simulate a national championship.
Yeah, I guess so. Golly,
Early,
that's amazing.
which is crazy. But you know what? Hey, let's see right where we're at off the bat, and we need to be playing.
Right.
Need to be out there. We had one scrimmage, and the light kind of flickered whenever I told them, said we got a scrimmage in about 2 weeks, and everybody's eyes just lit up like, okay, I've been waiting for this.
That's great. That's great.
And I thought we did really well in the scrimmage. First half we scored 60 some odd points and 3-pointers, and it was a barrage of threes. But second half I could tell where our conditioning was.
Okay.
And we kind of let down a little bit towards that. I guess probably that last quarter, that last 10 minutes, we just kind of fell off.
Yeah.
Which is expected
Right.
from your first games and things like that. But it'll be interesting throughout the whole country to see how people handle the conditioning part, because you try to go into it too fast, then you're going to get hurt. If you try to ease into it and now you've got a game in 2.5, 3 weeks, then you're probably may have some injuries during the game.
Right.
Because the level of play and the intensity and competitiveness really comes out.
Yeah.
Those kids are flying around trying to make plays, especially they didn't get to play in the first semester.
Right.
Can't imagine what it's going to look like when we play on that 21st,
Yeah.
how hard they're going to go.
So, Coach, after those first 4 days of non-conference stuff, when does conference season kick off?
You know what, Ryan, I haven't even looked past that.
Okay.
I do know we're going to play everybody 4 times.
4 times.
Everybody's got a home and home twice.
Okay.
We have some protocols in place in case somebody has to miss. So I like our proactiveness. Our ADs have done a really good job, listening to it with our conference meeting on what they've come up with, a plan to send forward to our presidents. Obviously, our presidents will be the ones that make the ultimate decision, but I think our ADs have done their due diligence just listening to it.
Right.
Things that, they had to be on phone calls for a long time.
Oh, I'm sure.
To iron things out, because you always keep coming back, well, what if?
What if?
What if?
Yeah.
And there's no way to project that. There
So, any news on fans yet?
Oh, I have no idea. That's way above my
I don't
pay
think
grade,
I don't
man.
think that
That's
was
way
I don't
above
think
me.
that decision has been made yet. I'm
No.
hoping that maybe this vaccine will open things up a little bit, and we'll be able to get some people in here for sure.
We hope.
Yeah.
Because our fans are some of the best in the country, if not the best, and they love it. I tell our players all the time. I walk into a store now, or somewhere, grocery store or whatever. Are we playing?
Yeah.
When we going to tip off?
Right.
What time? Who we playing that first weekend? There's a barrage of questions that come right behind that when you see one of our lifetime appreciation club members that are in the store, and you got to appreciate them, man.
Yeah.
You have to think, wow, they're really on top of it.
I know.
And they'll let me know, hey, we are playing the 21st, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And far as I know, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. And that is wonderful, and we appreciate the work you do, Greg, and you put a good product on the floor, and your kids are good citizens on campus and in the community, and we appreciate you.
Well, I'll pay you later. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that so much.
Well, Coach, we wish you a great Christmas holidays, and I hope all your kids come back ready to play.
You have a good one too,
All right.
Brian.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, brother.